family members, in which over the years I have always been trying, or not trying, I've always been searching, researching what would be the best results for them to become the greatest optimized physical in whatever sports that they choose to be in. But of course, you know, I'm more about the intellectual properties and purpose of getting your mind developed first, then your physical. But this right here looks familiar. See this heel? See that? Now, if you don't have a problem with being out in public with people and their best friends, come here. And then if you have a problem with this area, you always can go over to the track area. As it was explained to me one time, I had a gentleman with a pet that wasn't quite understanding that he was need to be in control. And this is what's called a habitat agreement of understandings, harmony in layman terms. Keep it simple. Man, look at that. That is nice. So if you have any interest in this area, you can always attempt to put a comment. I think I'll take the restriction off of my comment so that you can put a comment if you'd like to know the address of this area. But basically, this is off of 42nd Northeast Killingsworth for the ones that is in our area. And this is the route that I will take. I will do this 4 times, covering a total of about, I think it's like 6 miles. But I will increase my speed each time I do a lap. This is what I call my stretch out routine before I go to the forest trail. Easy going, really nice. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's right. We got a science fair going on over there. We got some young men learning the principle of aeronautics. Our future astronauts or aviationers. You never know. I am an aviation electrician in trade, so that is something that attracts me. I never knew that this would be here today. I just happened to get off my couch and came outside. And look what I happened to run across. We used to do this type of stuff in the Webelos when I was in the Webelos. And it was fun. So you never know what it's going to spark of these young people's interest. You just never know. And I love the fact that this is still used as an area of study. This is where I began at. And I do not consider myself average. I consider myself extremely above average. My excitement, my observation. Wow, I'm tempted to go over there and ask questions. Right now, my curiosity is at a peak. I have about 4 junior nieces and nephews. The rest of them are older now. They're actually teenagers, which I missed a lot of their age of that. Age of that being that young age, that impressionable, ready to learn age. They are already teenagers. So I have 4 brothers and sisters of those young teenagers, nephews mostly nephews. Nieces are out of state. But I'm tempted to go over there and get some information, see if it's something that I can get my nieces and nephews involved in. Because like I said, I would like for them to be an aviator of some sort. Flying helos, that was my goal. When I was at this school, when it was standing there, that's what I wanted to become, a helo pilot. And it's still possible. I might venture over to where we also here in Oregon, we have a glider club where you can fly gliders at. I'm gonna venture over there. I might even take I think I'm going to take, it costs $110 to take a flight in the gliders. It's a lot of trust that you put in someone else's hand. That's the reason why I want to learn how to do it myself. You know, I figure if I'm going to allow somebody else to have control of my fate, you know, it's going to be for a specific reason. I'm going to see if I like it. If I like it, I'm going to pursue it again. It costs it's pretty expensive. You got to have the finances. That's the reason why you have to have your own way of keeping your money clip full. And also for helo, they have at the Oregon coast, they have helicopter. What do you call those? I'm excited now. My interest is sparked. And so on the Oregon coast, they have, I've been there a few times, I've seen it a couple times. I'll put the business card on my channel, so you'll see what I'm talking about. But they have where you can pay, I think it's $155 per person to take a flight. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, the trees are blocking the descent. Parachute. Bring back my youth days when I was in the Weebelows. Oh, man, this is a great day. Adventurous life, man, I'm telling you. Getting back on the subject. See, my heart rate has not even begun to beat. You gotta watch your steps. See that balance? See that coordination? You gotta have that type of stuff. You gotta exercise. You know, I'm 50 years old. I feel as if I'm still as a child. I'm just beginning my best life. No illness, nothing to stop me. Nothing but self. And I won't even let myself. No self-doubt, no fear. Man, this is called loving. This is called loving life. And so that would be considered one lap. And so this is what I use when I don't go to the trail walk up to the recreational national park forest that is available for us here in Oregon or here in Portland. I keep saying Oregon because I know that this channel reaches out across the world. So we're in Oregon, but this in Pacific is 503 zip code, Portland, Oregon. Now these are the things that we have at our disposal. And so any citizens that are here having any type of, I'm just going to keep it simple. If you're acting ugly and you don't know why you're acting ugly and you can't seem to get along with everyone and it seems like everybody's against you, maybe there's something you need to be doing, such as this. The city has provided these types of things for us, and we need to take full advantage of it. I worked the majority, we all have to work, so that's not an excuse. We all have to work. We all have to provide. And while you are working and providing as adults, And those are the ones who are most ugly. And you're around children, your own children, other people's children. Well, you got a responsibility. And this is taking responsibility and being accountable for your actions. How you look at things, how you treat people, how you talk to people. And this is just good for you. But this is similar, I'm sure, to every city. Someone can relate to something like this in every city. It may lack a little of this, a little of that, but it's pretty much all the same. This is what I like right here. This is the part I like. You know, this right here will get my heart rate going. This is what I call my cool down after taking on that trail walk. Will have my adrenaline just up and wired. I call it the Superman syndrome. You think you're feeling so good, ready to take on anybody that look at you funny. Well, you gotta calm that down. And this is how I do it. It's like a warm-up. So right now I'm going on lap 2. Got a lot to say in a little bit of time. I'm going to, but I haven't yet. Like I say, I do my best not to mislead. I have discovered this location for the purpose of my family members to be able to come do these things with me, especially the young ladies. But hey, you see I'm here by myself. Lead by example, uncle, that's what they would say. And they in their 30s now. I think I can keep up with them, maybe. Oh my goodness, they are no joke. But staying on the subject of just being